I had my stroke, and at the first year, it was hell. I didn't know what aphasia was, and I was very depressed and sad. When I learned more about people with aphasia and were depressed and suicidal, I figured out I have to put up my big girl pants and live my life to my best, accepting aphasia. I wish that I had found a video like this at the beginning of my journey.
When I have my stroke, the speech therapist treat speaking, understand, reading, and writing. No one talk about with our people with aphasia about mental health and how it affect aphasia. 3 years ago, I start National Aphasia Synergy to bring attention to mental health. I'm lucky to have good support. My family and friends help me thrive. Having a good team with me support my mental health and in results help me my communication. We are coming together because we see there's a need to talk about mental health. Talking when you have aphasia is difficult, but talking about difficult topic should not be ignored. There's a need to increase awareness of mental health struggling with aphasia and provide tips for living at a happier, fuller life.
No two people with aphasia are the same. Aphasia is different for everyone, and it affects more than just the person who has it. It affects their family, friends, and loved ones.
It can feel like moving to another country and learning the language. Some things may be familiar, but it can be hard to understand, spoken too quickly, and your intelligence is still intact.
For more information about aphasia, check out this QR code for a list of websites and resources.
Aphasia can make it difficult to communicate, to connect with others, and to participate in work and social situations, all of which can have a devastating impact on mental health. Although aphasia can be caused by many different types of brain injuries and neurodegeneration, it's most commonly caused by stroke. So I'll give you some statistics now about the mental health of stroke survivors with aphasia. The research shows that about 40 to 60% of stroke survivors with aphasia experience chronic depression. Over 40% experience anxiety, and up to 93% experience high levels of psychological distress early in recovery. If you're experiencing struggles with your mental health after aphasia, it's incredibly common. It can be a vicious cycle. For example, the experience of struggling to communicate can be incredibly distressing, leading people to withdraw and experience social isolation. This in turn means that they have less opportunities to communicate and to practice and generalize the language and skills they can gain from participating in aphasia therapy. This can make it really hard to have motivation for recovery.
Emotional responses also impact aphasia. Many people with aphasia say that strong emotions makes it harder for them to talk. In fact, this has been shown empirically. Work from our lab and others that strong emotional responses interferes with naming ability for people with aphasia, especially when those emotional responses are negative. Other things that can elicit negative emotions for people with aphasia or feelings of stress are background noise and fatigue. Work in our lab has shown that when there is noise in the background, it's harder for people with aphasia to talk and for the information that they come up with to be meaningful. Others have shown that fatigue can make it harder for people with aphasia to find the words.
After your aphasia, have you ever felt depressed? Had thoughts about suicide? Felt frustrated about your aphasia? Felt embarrassed about your aphasia? Felt anxious going out in the community? Felt overwhelmed?
If you or someone you know has aphasia, you may have heard of the term neuroplasticity. In plain terms, neuroplasticity refers to the brain's capacity to regain lost skills, like speaking in long sentences, and to learn new skills, like using an assistive device to communicate. After a brain injury, the brain will work to repair old connections and build new connections. With aphasia, repairing and building these connections can help to improve your ability to communicate in everyday life. So, the brain's capacity for change is very important. Mental health is related to neuroplasticity. Research has found that the well-known mental health treatment called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, can actually modulate or increase the brain's capacity for change, its plasticity. Therefore, participating in mental health services can actually help facilitate or improve the brain's ability to repair old connections and build new connections through aphasia rehabilitation. We know that aphasia affects more than just communication. It has an impact on identity, relationships, and especially mental health. The person with aphasia shouldn't be the only one responsible for making changes after trauma. It should fall on all of us. We can all help. There are lots of wonderful resources that you can use, people with aphasia can use, or resources for their loved ones and family members. For starters, there's things such as an aphasia ID card, like this one from the Voices of Hope for Aphasia. This can help spread awareness, educate the public, and let people know what aphasia is. Another visual are buttons like these. You can simply wear them, you don't have to say anything, but still spreading awareness. The Aphasia Institute in Toronto offers a free online training called Supported Conversation for Adults with Aphasia. This resource can be shared with family, friends, and medical professionals to better converse with people living with aphasia and to better understand their lived experience. No one gets it like someone who has lived it. Finding resources, groups, and others in your community can be really helpful. You can locate groups local to you through the National Aphasia Association website at www.aphasia.org. National Aphasia Synergy also offers a virtual peer befriending program where you can meet one-on-one with another person with aphasia for direct peer-to-peer support. It's done online, and it's meant to share resources, overcome challenges, and just be there for one another. If you're interested or want more information, check out the QR code to get involved.
The same strategies and techniques used in communication partner training can also serve as a foundation for training couples to have deeper conversations that are important to their relationship. Recently, we have been piloting a treatment called Relationship-Centered Communication Partner Training. We guide couples through conversations about relationship roles and responsibilities, and help them set goals and make plans to improve. So far, we have learned that couples can have deeper, more meaningful conversations after aphasia. In other words, these conversations are still possible when people with aphasia have the skills and support.
Well, the tips I have for my aphasia, what really helped me was leaning into support groups and finding out there were other people that had aphasia to help me through my journey. So that's my tips. Find a support group.
Sometimes things go wrong. Things happen. But that doesn't mean that you have to have a good day. You have to look at the good things out of life.
My tip is to take a break, rest. The brain is healing, and it's okay to take a break and not to do everything.
My tip is that I go walking. I do 3 or 4 miles a day, and I joined a group. My wife made me look for a group after my stroke, and I found a group. So that's my tip of the day.
Always pray. It works.
Get outside. It works.
I believe in travel. Go to different places. That's what I believe can help you. I learned that it's okay to say to the waitress or the banker or to whoever I'm speaking to, say that I have aphasia. Please bear with me, and that helped me to get my words out.
Cook something and eat it. It'll make you feel absolutely better.
Smile more and laugh about it, and
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah,
Thank you. Great job, everyone.